Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very welcome. Right, today's first map, Monday, so we're right back to the top of the workshop looking at the top performing map at the moment, and it is this one. It's a real life location. We're off to China. It's not a one-to-one scale, but I'll tell you what, it looks pretty playable and there's plenty of good stuff. There's also some questionable stuff and some obsolete stuff, but we'll get to that when we start talking about the map itself. Let's talk about the second map, a map I didn't expect to be reviewing on the channel, or you didn't expect me to be reviewing on the channel. It's kind of a creator request. It was more of a creator, oh, go on then, and so go on we shall. Yes, MrMiyagi. We are back with Mr. Miyagi on board. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for doing something. Yes, doing a little something really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for clicking the like button. Today's first map is Shenzhen, Guangdong, China by Paramiko. Okay, Paramiko, this is, it's got a simplistic kind of style to it, and yes, we have got some pre-built road infrastructure there and a bit of rail as well. That's a very good start square, by the way. Terrain heights are flat where they want to be flat, and some good shaped mountains as well, popped in to break up the city. Lots of trees, in fact about 770,000 trees, so we are looking at using a mod for this to make the trees work. There's your Sunset Harbour, if you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, and then off to the workshop. Now, okay, it just says there, one required item, one-way train tracks. There's a link at the top to the map collection of all Paramiko's maps, and then if you read all the way down here at the bottom, it does say at the bottom here, if the map doesn't work well, please ensure all the mods in this collection are subscribed and of course enabled, I would suggest as well. Now, this list also includes all of the maps, which makes it a little bit long to read through. So yeah, and some of these aren't going to be requirements, and some of these might be causing my game to glitch, and some of them I haven't subscribed to because they are totally obsolete, like disabled Sherpa, and there are other ways, like with hide it. You don't need Fine Road Anarchy and Tool, but you can have it, and then there's Move It in there, and Network Multi-Tool, and there's a whole bunch of, and some down here which, like I say, are pretty obsolete, sort of, by today's standards. There are options like remove decorations, sprites, and remove dirt. Yes, you'll see dirt around some of the trees, and the unlimited tree mod as well. Unlimited outside connections is there too, and so forth and so on. So basically a whole bunch of mods. If your map isn't working properly, one of those might be missing, and one of those was network extensions too. And I'm going to say you will need network extensions too for this map, as you'll see when we get to the network extensions 2 roads. Some vanilla looking elevated wishbone intersections dotted across the map. I mean, it's not a map that has gone to the nth degree to make absolutely certain that every single ready built intersection is accurate to real life. But when you're doing a one-to-one, when you're not doing a one-to-one, when you're doing a rescaled, doing a one-to-one would make a regular intersection, I mean, it's going to take up the size of a whole city in some rescalings and so forth. So I guess I don't mind, and it's like a vanilla style. We are using the vanilla temperate theme. That's the one that automatically loads, and the realistic 1.2 LUT. But yeah, anyway, we're following the direct route from one of the many highways on this map down into the middle of the start square. We're not going to look at all the highways because, frankly, they're all very much of a muchness. They do crisscross the entirety of the map. Might be too many of them for some people, but again, I guess you've got access to everywhere on the map that you want, so there is that. There's your start square, and that's ready to go. Ready to go. Okay, we have rail heading up this way. Now, we're not going to go back that way because we kind of come this way anyway. We're not going to go back and look at the same bit we looked at. We're going to go this way. There's rail over here. Now, we're going to see a little bit of tunnel shenanigans. I don't know what is causing this in my underground view on certain maps. There's obviously some kind of conflict or something, but look how they don't connect. We have seen this before. I don't understand what causes it. Still haven't worked out what the absolute cause is. But anyway, as you can see, the rail, it kind of like, it splits here. One goes off to the left, one goes off to the right. And then we have a big old elevated station right here. And then heading on. Now, we go on this way because it's more of a challenging route to follow. And while this first bit here is just a bit of just like a tunnel through a mountain, I'm good with that. And then the quality from here on in is pretty strong. Okay, not that there was no quality there. There wasn't much to talk about there. But again, we're just going to do a little through the tunnel here. We're going to cross this intersection here. We'll actually come back and have this intersection a little bit later. But yeah, maybe the removed dirt might be a good mod for me to subscribe to for this map. So don't begrudge the map the dirt around the trees, these vanilla trees. Let's not do that, okay? Anyway, now we're just going to play peekaboo with the rail, and it's been done very sweetly along here. All of the credits, you see. When people moan and groan about maps, there's always something where you can go, well, actually, no, that was really good. And actually, no, that was really good. Getting down towards the edge of the map here, we've got this rail interchange thing here, which just brings rail into the map from two directions. I'm good with that. Again, no idea if it relates to anything in real life, but it's deepish in the fog, so I don't really mind too much there. Good shape of a map. Very good shape of a map. Of course, real life locations, they tend to be good shapes of maps, don't they? It's just interesting the way it's all been broken up, and you can see where the city's going to go and where you can extend into. I'm a fan. Okay, let's have a little look. This is going to hurt again because of the tunnels. Let's just don't look at the tunnels if you can help it, and try and concentrate on the shipping routes. So we have a shipping route. We've got a right angle air route there. It isn't a big problem really. And then we have the shipping route that comes up here. Again, ignore the tunnel if you can. It's in my eyes. Dang it. There we go. Look, we've got a bit of a sharp angle going on here. So ships coming in from here will do a sharpish turn there if they're going direct to the edge of the map right way back down here. So a little sharp shipping triangle there would be a sweet thing. Okay, a water flow in the start square. Okay, let's head up. There is a river system. Is it a working river system? If it's a working river system, we are good to roll. And if I get down, I've just found the start square. Here it is. I'm looking for that dotted line. Yes, there's water moving through the start square. Not super strong here, but it is super strong right there. So I think we're good. I can see that keeping you going until you get big enough to draw and pump elsewhere. And so the map, like I say, it's complex without being stupidly complex. Like down here, we can see where in real life there is like a harbour area down here. We've got a few jetties and whatever just been made, just drawn in, just to give the shape. And some little shapes down here as well. Squarish looking island there, that's got to be man-made or reclaimed. I'm good with that as well. And then the shapes of the forests as well, just again breaking up the map into buildable areas and cleared areas, and I think they just really add to the shape. And we've got all the waters as well. Again, not polished water, but strong. Look at how the highways, they don't have to have an intersection everywhere. Sometimes they just cross over each other and go on and worm their way down. Speaking of worming, this river is worming. All the rivers are a little bit gouged, a little bit. Then yeah, you're not looking for nth level of detailing on this particular map. The mountains are great, I've got to say. This style of mountain map, this is very iconic to Southeast Asia. In Southeast Asia also, we don't really need long. This is one of the things I'm saying about rescaled map. This isn't a one-to-one map, is it? That really isn't a one-to-one airport. It's more of a toy town airport. I'm sure you'll make it work if you're building on it. Anyway, another good-looking intersection. I'm loving the intersection here. So there aren't many hand-built intersections on the map. This is the one here with Network Extensions 2 on it. But yeah, where they're putting their own hand-built work, they're very nice. Yes, there are a few plopped vanilla ones as well. A little bit of bushes just clipping through the underside of the road there. Not too many, just a few. You won't see many of those across the map. And then we have another one here. This is going to be another one of those tunnel moments. I apologise. I'm going to try and align this one up from underground, because you're going to want to see what happens underground here. I'm not sure this is going to really help at all, but we've got like two main roads adjoining onto there. Now, okay, here we go. This isn't going to be very nice. Right, can I align the... well, you can see the shape that's going on here, okay? It all just like T-junctions underground there and connects in. Does that make sense? Right, good. Right, that isn't everything I want to show you here. I guess go back into overground. Thank goodness for that. It's here. So traffic on the right. Yep, and traffic on the right. And then for some reason, I'm guessing this is what happens in real life, traffic is gone across to the left. And I'm a little bit baffled as to why. And it's still on the left down here, isn't it? We've got a few more trees underneath there. We'll come back to them in a minute. And then at this intersection, which is swooping around, have a look. Traffic is running on the left. I don't know what... I'm confused. I'm baffled and confused. I'm going to say that's by design, but I'm not sure that it is. Okay, rail over road. It's just like a standard rail over swooshy roundabout here, isn't it? Looks very nice. Slight technical vanilla rules problem here. Missing pillars. The pillars are there, of course, but they are under highways and just being clipped through. Excuse me. And so there's a bit of a spell from one side of the highway to the other where there are no supporting. Maybe it's a maglev. I know maglev air rail doesn't work like that, but maybe it's maglev on itself. They turn the maglev upside down and it's magnetically levitating. Maybe. I don't look. This is game world. Anything is happening and anything is true. Nice shapes of water on this map. This is the reason why we came to this lake. Just some nice shapes, and I think we have to applaud for nice shapes. Seen this twice in a couple of days. I'm starting to wonder whether or not it's a mod setting. I did have to reinstall the game from scratch, which means some of the mods have reverted to old settings. Might be a while. So I think maybe, possibly, if somebody could check that, see whether that happens to them on their map as well. And then let me know in the comments whether or not that happens. Maybe, please, thank you. A little bit of catenary chaos. This isn't down the mods. This is just the way that it is, isn't it? One catenary on the rail line there. Hint of blue mantle there. I didn't quite make that one out. Just the way it's been squidged. It's only a hint. I wouldn't worry too much on that. I wouldn't worry too much on this either. Although I would worry a little bit. Back to driving on the right here, by the way. Look at this. And that is, we're going to tunnels very, very quickly, which, with this particular tunnel on the right, if we go to this mode, you can see this is permanently flooded. Perma-flood here. And so, yeah, you'll never get any traffic running through there. We've also got a tree down. I wouldn't say this has got its trunks on. This has got its Uber gear on. Uber gear? Okay. It does head off. There's a tunnel under here somewhere. Let's go back into this horrible tunnel mode. We will find it. Hang on. But there it is. But right. This has, so you can see here, edge of map connections there and there. I don't think they work in tunnel mode. Pretty sure they don't work in tunnel. And I haven't seen any traffic coming in from the edge of the map down here. So maybe that doesn't work. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure that it doesn't. If I had to put me Rubik's cube on that one, I would say there you won't get any traffic coming in that way. Could be a good thing, but is the map a good thing? This is down to you. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. But make sure you're voting on the correct map of the two. What do I think of today's first map? Shenzhen, Guangdong, China. Paramiko's work. Well, aesthetically, it's okay, isn't it? It's a strong shape. It's nothing super special. It's not overly brilliantly worked. I can't go 4 stars. I can't. We can go for a medium high 3. It works. I'm happy. Detailing. Again, the detailing is of a decent-ish standard without really pushing on to the next degree. So again, I'm going to go down for a medium high 3 stars. Gameplay, it's pretty playable. I can see how this would work for some people, and just make sure you've got network extensions too, which is listed. I'm going to go low 4. It does work. Excuse me, I'm croaking here. Shenzhen, Guangdong, China by Paramiko. I'm gonna call that a good job. Pretty well done. I'm gonna grab some water, and once I've freshened up my throat, we'll come back for part 2 straight after today's intermission. Did you watch it? Did YouTube show you anything? Are you using ad blockers, you naughty people? Naughty people, support the creators, not just me. Not just me. Support them. Whatever. Anyway, today's second map is a take on a real life location. Again, by a well-renowned, well-loved, I mean, this creator's got so much love for them. You won't find many or anybody, I say won't find many. Oh, they're all underground, plotting to bring him down. No, you won't find anybody that hasn't got anything but kind words to say about this creator. Vanilla builds and very strong maps to boot as well. This, by their own admission, is not one of their best, but they did say you could review my maps now, BonBon. So, MrMiyagi, we'll do Vitoria, Brazil, vanilla map. Now, like I say, they've said to me they don't think this is their best map, their finest map. And be kind. Well, we'll try and be kind. We won't be too mean, okay? There's your start square. I've got one little minor talking point on the start square, but all told, that's very good. Terrain heights, again, it's just a good shape and breaking things up, and it's good for building. Resources, very vanilla standard. I can't fault this one. This is almost like a colossal order made that. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, we've got most of the fish, no tuna. Apparently, they tried. Try harder. Anyway, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, vanilla map on this occasion does mean vanilla, unlike, I think, the last vanilla map we did, which wasn't really vanilla at all. But yes, of course, it's 100% vanilla. We've got well-written description. We've got the overlays in case you want to use overlays, because mods are allowed. The rail isn't immediately available, and all the information's there. And so down to Brazil, and it's a nice map. It's a nice map. I'm going to say, yes, if you're looking for the maps that are polished to the nth degree and all the extra detailing, well, you don't come to MrMiyagi for that one. You come to maps that have playability built in, that aren't going to let you down, are strong in their own way. And if you're looking for those hyper polished maps with all sorts of nooks and crannies and custom castles and all that sort of stuff, you go elsewhere. There are plenty of other creators who will give you all of that. MrMiyagi is going to give you a strong, buildable, playable map. And whilst they say this isn't their best map, and I would agree, this isn't their best map, it's not a bad map. That takes us down towards the start square, but not really in a way that we can continue with our highway. We will talk about that one when we get down there. I'm sure, in fact I'm certain, that I did read that this was a commissioned map, and so the highway has probably been done in the start square specifically for this commission in mind. And so we won't grumble too much. We have to review it as it were playable for us, as somebody who didn't know it was really commissioned, doesn't care, just wants to build on it themselves. So we will have to talk about it as such, but we also will accept that, listen, this was done for, you know, for somebody else's purpose, and so that's how we review it. Another nice, this is a nice little handmade trumpet intersection heading off towards the edge of the map. That is very slick. I like the shape of that. Yeah, those people are going to, some people are going to say, well, you didn't say anything about the glitching of the terrain between two highways. Yeah, I'm also not grumbling too much about the textures on the cliff and how that transitions either. Oh, every map is different, and some maps you need to talk about these things. And the higher a grade a map is, the more those little things matter. For example, if this is somebody's first map, they're 10 years old, and this is a bit beyond 10, but they're 10 years old and they've done their best job, and there's maybe some structural issues that are main issues. Those are the things we talk about because that makes the map more playable. There you go, some coasts going on down there. What we'll do is, it's a slightly sexual intersection, isn't it? Like a lady's bits there. Anyway, sorry, where were we? Yes, so those are the things. This isn't a map where I feel talking about, yes, it's not the prettiest of maps because vanilla themes, but there's plenty of other talking points on this one, including one which has just gone out of sight now. We'll come back to, don't worry. He's not getting away with it. If you saw it, he's not getting away with it. BonBon's eyes are sharp-ish. Anyway, there's your start square. Start square intersection here. Let's talk about this now. Notice how that juts up against the mountain there. I'm not sure where that's meant to go or where we're meant to go with this one. Clearly, at some point, you're going to want to connect it to this road here. And the road is set to, the network is set to handle the weight of traffic. I don't have any problems. But maybe moving that intersection down a nodging just to make for a bit more room with that road is how I would have expected it. Again, map wasn't made for me, but I'm reviewing it anyway. Okay, now the rail is not in the start square. The rail, there's not too much to talk about really with it. It's basically what you'd expect. And expectations have not been spoiled. We're just following the rail route across the ground, which is perfectly flat, like this, and then through a tunnel underneath the old, and it's all good. Right, okay. So we've had a look at the networking, which is key to a map. Good networking is key to a map. This map has got good networking, so that's key. We knew it was going to be. Shipping routes. Right, so with the shipping routes, we have 4. 1, and then there's 3 coming in from here. 2 going up this way. 1 going under the big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. And then that stops up in that area there. We've got the air route as well. See this air route? So, little bend going on here. This air route, however, ends up facing where the real-life airport is in that area there. So if you're going to put in a real life runway, that might work very nicely indeed for some proper plane routes, air routes, whatever's. Okay, water flow. This is MrMiyagi. It works brilliantly. 2 different water spawn areas, pushing water out in both locations. You can pump, you can draw, everything will be absolutely good and golden. Of course it's working. Of course it's good. Right, so whilst there's a lot of good stuff going on, there's a few minor grumbles as well. I'm sure we'll find some good stuff in the grumbles in the jump abouts, which we're going to do in a few moments. But I think the overall shape of the map is very pleasing, a good strong location, and whoever requested the commission, I'd like to thank. Now this area here looks a little bit underdone for water, it just needs a little bit more work down here. Like we've got some unfilled little streamlets going on there. We are deep in fog, it's a vanilla map, this area doesn't matter too much. But, of course, it's been put in, so we have to review it, because if you're going to put it in, we're going to mention it anyway. Okay? Elevated roads at ground level can cause a little bit of terrain glitching. And you can see here there is a little bit of digital zigzagging going on there. So there's just a tiny hint of smoothing that could be done in that location. And a little bit on either sides there. But yes, so that's at its start square, so we'll point that one out. Right, the islands down here look a little bit glitchy, but I like the shape of them, and I like the way some of them are rock detailed, so there's actually more I like there than I'm not a big fan of, and it's way better than certain other vanilla maps by paid creators, we're not going to mention the Colossal Order today. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, sorry, I just checked my notes. Don't mention Colossal Order today. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I'm not going to mention them twice. Colossal Order. Oops. Beaches. Beaches just look like they need a little hint more work. You can see where there are some jetty type things going on there that are under the water. But yeah, I feel that they're pretty good. The beaches are pretty good. I think in real life this is rainforest, or as good as heavily dense forest anyway. Keeping the tree count down where it can't be seen isn't a sin, but I have to point it out. Then we have the Trolls Cave. Haven't mentioned the Trolls Cave in a long while. Has anybody been in the Trolls Cave? Because you know who lives in there, don't you? Oh yes, the former Mrs. BonBon. She lives in the Trolls Cave. Let's go and see if she's in, shall we? For those of you who have never been in the Trolls Cave, because maybe you don't have the mods to be able to get down to ground level, I'm going to show you what's in here. You'll be surprised. Are you ready? Here it comes. We have a little look around the corner. There. That is what's in the truck. Look. That. But you can hide in here. Look. See? Nobody will ever know. We'll go outside. Let's get out of here. Look. It's the Trolls Cave, isn't it? Again, this probably relates to something in real life. I've not been down in real life to either today's maps. I'm just judging today's two maps based on how they work as a map. Now have a look at this. What's wrong with this? Can you see what's wrong with this? Can you see it now? What's wrong with that? Well, the answer is hidden in plain sight. We have a missing pillar on this side, or maybe we have an extra pillar on the other side. I suspect that's what's happened. I reckon MrMiyagi has removed both the pillars and one has reappeared. So there's a I don't know. I don't know how to do we say oops, or do we say, which side do we say oops to? Are you going to oops your way across to the voting page right now by clicking on the link in the top right corner of the screen or in the description to vote on this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Just vote on the correct map, will you please? Thank you. What do I think of today's second map? Well, 100% vanilla, and it looks and feels it. We've got a good strong design going on with it. Again, is there anything here that makes me go, oh wowsies, thank you? Nothing, but it's strong enough for a high 3, and I'm going to go with it. Detailing, there's not too much wrong with this at all. Just one or two, I mean, they are minor gribbles are what we have here. Nothing game changing. I want to push into 4 stars, but again, I don't feel it really justifies it. So let's go for a medium high 3 stars. It's good enough. Perfectly good enough. Gameplay potential, this is where MrMiyagi's maps always work really well. This is a strongly playable map. I just got a minor grumble with that start square with the alignment of that highway and interchange. So I want to go for a medium low 4 stars. If that was better, then we'd be talking at least middle 4. Vitoria, Brazil, vanilla map by MrMiyagi. I am so glad we can now go back to Miyagi maps. They are a blessing. They truly are. And again, for somebody who's just beginning and wants a safe, secure map, just go check out any of Miyagi's maps, and they're all good for you. And they're all available over on the workshop. Anyway, use the word of the day to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite. I will be back on Wednesday, and also, touch wood, live streaming tomorrow night, so come and join me for more treasure hunt, looking for non-thumbnail maps, but might actually be quite good. See you then.